What is up, lads? It's CM9 here. Match review time. Norwich 2, Chelsea 3. Finally, we got a win. Finally. We really needed it, guys. We needed it because I was worrying that we would go the first 3 games without getting a win and, well, there'd be massive backlash on Lampard and all the rest of it. But thankfully, we got a win today. Thankfully. Congratulations, Frank Lampard, on getting your first Premier League win as a manager. So, before we start talking about this game, I want to talk about the backdrop. I'm sorry about that. The sun seems to be coming through the blinds. You know, there's nothing really much I can do. It's sunny outside. It's really, really hot as well. Yes, the heat has come back, and I am not pleased about that. I'm not really much of a heat person. I'm more of a winter person. So, please, can the winter just come so that I can just enjoy more of it? Anyway, let's just talk about the game. So, there are positives to come from this, and there are obvious negatives that we need to talk about. The first, let's just talk about the positives. 2 goals for Tammy Abraham, real confidence booster. I mean, all this talk about him, morale going down after missing that penalty in the Super Cup against Liverpool. He's got 2 goals to his name now in the same game. I hope this is the first of many. I really, really do. Like, it really does make me smile when we see young players from our youth academy getting goals, and especially the exact same with Mason Mount as well when he scored his goal. But I'm like I said, I'm very, very happy with these guys scoring goals, and I'm really, really happy that they've helped us get a win. But let's talk about the flip side of things, and well, absolutely shambolic defending. I mean, I don't even have any words to say about that. The first goal that we conceded was just pretty much Norwich playing tiki-taka football, and we just got absolutely carved open. There was nothing we could do. It was just there. Okay, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Buendia, the number 17 playing for Norwich, pretty much playmaked the entirety of that move. Sort of like turned on the player, then moved it forward. Then Norwich had like this first touch passing, got it into the penalty box, and then their young player finished it. I mean, we need to be a bit more tighter than this. I mean, the fact of the matter is, our defending is shipping so many goals. It's great when you have the other side of the coin getting goals and improving on our current situation. But when we have a defense like this that are leaking so many goals, how many goals have we conceded now? Like 7 goals in the first 3 games. This needs to be shut up a little bit more. Lampard needs to go into training and work on this. And the second goal, it was just pretty much not reading the line. Teemu Pukki for them. I think everybody was saying about this guy Pukki for Norwich. Like, everyone was saying that he was going to be a bit of a threat, and the fact that he was guaranteed to get a goal against us. And well, he did score when he was played the ball into him. Chelsea defence just obviously not reading the line properly. He's able to just go straight through and, well, guide the ball past Kepa. I mean, Kepa should have done a lot better with his goalkeeping, but, you know, it just happens, really. But our defending was terrible in the first half. Absolutely terrible. But, thankfully, there was no collapse in the second half. I was worrying that after going into half-time at 2-2, I really worried a little bit that we would probably collapse. But, thankfully, we didn't. Thankfully, there was much better cohesion, much better intensity. Backline was a lot more solid. And we got a goal, thankfully. Tammy Abraham. Can I just say something about Tammy Abraham? His finishing is superb. Absolutely superb. The way he hits that ball low and hard into the bottom corner is absolutely astounding. Like, the first goal, when Azpilicueta crossed the ball into him and he hit it first time in that bottom corner, it was just clean. It was precise. It was everything you want in a striker's goal. It was brilliant. And the second goal in the second half, when he got the ball played into him and he dropped the shoulder and he just went past the defender and then he created a little bit of space and then he just drove the ball in the bottom corner. That's the sort of striker that you need. This is the sort of striker that Diego Costa used to be, if you remember a few times when he had the ball and he placed it with such precision. Okay, there is one thing I'm a little bit shaky about, is the fact that he needs to improve on his build. I think Eunice said this in a video where he needed to improve on his build. Like, you need to get into the gym and sort of buff yourself up a little bit. But there is nothing bad to say about Tammy Abraham. His finishing is fantastic. If he can continue this, if he can improve this finishing, I think we've got a great number 9. He's going to be that one striker that Chris Sutton never was back then. He's going to be that one striker that Alvaro Morata wasn't back then. He's going to be the striker that Torres in his first years at Chelsea wasn't back then. I want to see Tammy Abraham take these 2 goals and boost his confidence, because it just shuts up a hell of a lot of critics. It really does. It just tells everybody that, actually, even after a penalty miss against Liverpool in a Super Cup, he can actually pick himself up, and he can actually get the goals that he's needed. And I'm absolutely thrilled for him, and I really hope that he can continue this. And the same can be said for Mason Mount. Mason Mount's goal in the first half was brilliant. Again, like the Tammy Abraham goal in the second half, he was able to create a little bit of space for himself and then just absolutely smack it into the top corner. It was just a wonderful finish. Just wonderful finish. So, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, great goals. I'm proud of them. I want to see more from them. I want to see more goals from them in the future. Defending. First half, absolutely poor. Like I said, I couldn't even tell you how many times, like the number of times we had the ball in our own half, just playing it around numerous times. And you literally saw about 4 or 5 Norwich players just tracking him down like bees to honey. It was just like ridiculous. If you've got the ball in defence and you've got players on the other side that are trying to get the ball off you, get rid of it. There was a number of times I saw players like Zuma and players like Azpilicueta just holding onto the ball way too much. Same happened in that game against Leicester. I think that really needs to be improved. If you've got the ball in your own half, you need to get rid of it quickly. You need to start getting the ball forward and giving it to the midfielders so that they can start creating. We're struggling in that department, and we're letting opposition get the ball back off us, and we're letting them have opportunities. Like those 2 goals that Norwich scored in the first half. If we can stop that from happening, if we can distribute the ball, if we can get rid of the ball quickly, and if we can allow the midfielders to push up, create some opportunities, we can actually get wins. And I'm hoping that we can do more of it. So, yeah. Overall, our attacking side of things, we're looking good. Defending still needs work, as I said. Great goals from Tammy Abraham. Great goal from Mason Mount. It's going to boost their confidence up massively. And yeah, congratulations Frank Lampard on getting his first win of the Premier League season. I've got to be honest, it was definitely needed. I mean, yeah, I know it's 3-2. I know we're still shipping goals, and I know that we're struggling, on that side of things. But had we not have won today, and we'd have gone the first 3 games without a win, we'd have started to ask a lot of questions. But to get a win on the board is not only going to improve the camp, it's going to boost a lot of players' confidence, and especially at this very, very early stage in the season, you really, really need that, because, like I said, the Premier League is unforgiving when it comes to teams starting out in the very, very early stages, and I can understand why a team would struggle very, very early, and then the following games after that start to become very, very difficult to even get a win. So against a team like Norwich, who I think Norwich were on a winning streak at Carrow Road. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were under a big streak, and Timu Pukki, their usual goal scorer, got quite a lot of goals, but we got a win today against them, which is really, really paramount. So I'm happy. Right, next game. I need to go and check this because I literally have no clue who's the next opponent. Let me just find out for you. Right, lads. So I've got my trusty calendar, as you can see on my Google. I've got literally every single Chelsea fixture in this. So our next game is against Sheffield United on the 31st of August. That's a doable game. That is a doable game. We should be able to win that, and I do believe that is a 3 o'clock kickoff as well. Yes, it is. Well, according to my calendar, it could change in terms of times, but yeah, because usually when fixtures are very, very late into the season, they just have it as 3 o'clock. But from this, it's 3 o'clock. So yeah, definitely a doable game against Sheffield United. We should on paper win that. I'm expecting goals from Tammy Abraham again. I'm expecting goals from Mason Mount. I'm literally expecting our defence to be improved by that game. And then once we've got 2 games, or once we've got 2 victories, you know, hopefully we get 2 victories after we beat Sheffield United. Our next game, we have an international break. Yeah, according to this, we've got an international break, and then our next game after Sheffield United is against Wolves. Great! So, Wolves is going to be difficult. Can't wait for that. You know, Wolves are a very, very good side. They've got financial backing. They've got Europa League status. They've just beaten their opponents in the Europa League. So, going to be a very difficult game. Apparently, Wolves gave United a big game at Molineux, and they actually forced a draw out of them. So, yeah, of course, Wolves is going to be a very, very difficult game. So, we have to get that win against Sheffield United. If we don't get that win against Sheffield United, and then we go into that game against Wolves, we are very much up against it. We've got to improve our defence. We have to improve our defence, because today was not very good in the first half. It has to improve. Good win today. A win is a win. We got 3 points, but defending needs to improve, and especially against a team like Wolverhampton Wanderers coming up, and especially if we've got a very, very relatively easy game against Sheffield United. So let's hope we get a win against Sheffield United. That's very, very important. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Yeah, like I said at the very beginning, I'm sorry for the backdrop. I don't know if it's... Yeah, the sun's coming through the blinds, so it's pretty annoying. But, you know, I hope you can look past it and just focus on me just talking and all the rest of it. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Head on and peace.